Hi, my name is David Pastor and this is my dream project. My dream project is to make a video game, and I would like to give some background to why did I choose this project. When we were in second semester, we had a project in computing class to make a video game, and I really liked it because I think that programming is powerful and simple because it's merely based on logic, and I really like that about programming. So I got involved into that and I learned a lot of things about it. So when I had to choose my dream project, I thought that I maybe could make another video game since I haven't given it a try since second semester, and with all my skills I could probably make a good one. And I don't know, I would like to learn a thing or two in the process. That's the thing about programming. You set yourself the challenge, so when you complete it, you know a lot more about the subject. So, I would first like to start with some simple applications to programming. Well, programming is, as I said, logic. It's telling a processor or a computer a specific thing to do. These are the tasks that it has to do. The first application to programming is to improve something. For example, let's say you have a simple toaster. This is a toaster. This is bread. A toaster can only toast bread, as the name implies, and that's the only functionality it has. But if we were to make this a smart toaster, implementing some basic programming, the toaster could, I don't know, have a lot more settings like changing the temperature or the time that the bread toasts and a lot of other things. The second application to programming is like the basis of it. It's solving a problem. For example, let's say you have a theoretical problem where the computer has to get from point A to point B, but there's an obstacle in the middle. You have to tell with specific things how should the point A get to point B. And you have to tell it to go forward, forward, to go right, to go left, and to go left. This is one of the most simple programs that you can solve. And the third application is to make a program in the computer. A program basically are a lot of tasks, a lot of problems that you you put yourself with and you have to solve them. A lot of these basically that the computer tries to solve in order, and that makes a program. And with that you can make a lot of things. You can go from a basic game of hangman in the computer to creating, I don't know, windows. And that's why I love programming, because it's really simple and based on logics. It's kind of like math, but logic math. It doesn't have any functions, and you don't have to learn any, I don't know, formulas. It's just logic. And if you know the basis of programming, you can solve any problem if you are smart enough. So now I will show you a simple program of Hangman that I made a few months ago. This is the code of Hangman. It's actually really simple and not that big. So you can see here that you don't have to be scared of programming. It's really easy and involving, and with simple logic and, I don't know, a bit of smarts, you can create anything. So and this is how the program runs. It basically asks you for a word that you input, for example, let's say my name. You start playing, and you have to play like a simple game of hangman. You have lives, it tells you the length of the word, and you can see when you guess the correct letters, you start guessing the word. But if you guess an incorrect letter, you lose a life. It's really straightforward and simple. So this is my game, the Soul Keeper. The best way to show all the work that went into this game is not by photos, because the only photo I could take is of me sitting here in front of the computer, but the game itself. When you do a game, you start from zero, so you have to program every single thing. From the gravity to the collision of all the objects, you have to make the design of every single character, every single frame they move. For example, the little animations the enemies you see doing, like the slimy enemies, they have this small animation that it's, I don't know, about 7 frames, and that's a lot of work, as well as the main character, every stepping animation, and a lot of things. But mainly in programming, for example, the AI of every enemy is extremely hard to make, because all the enemies behave in different ways because of their sizes, and I like that, so I made a lot of enemies that behaved in different ways so that the character could interact with them. And I wanted to create this with the music that you can hear at the background and everything. I created this game not for the grade, but for myself. I created this game to create an experience, and I learned a lot with it. Thanks.